Good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from, either in Kenya, outside country, or even from Asia. Welcome to our show today, the Up Close Show. And with me, I'm having a guest on board. To me, I call him Professor, Doctor. But maybe in the midst of the interview, he might tell us why. Maybe he thinks we call him Doctor. And we are trying to get the information, where he started, what he has managed to do, and how he feels when he works with young people. I would like now to introduce to you my guest, Dr. Stephen Wanjohi. So welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm not a doctor so far, but naelekea hapo. Yes, so I'm Stephen Wanjohi. I work at St. Paul's University Nakuru campus as the studio technician, working with vibrant Kenyans and also international students. Yeah.
So thank you so much for that brief introduction. Maybe you tell us your earlier life, that is where you did your primary school, secondary, university, and at least talk about your professional life as well.
Yeah. So I went to almost 4 primary schools. So I went to 4 primary schools and all of them were private schools. So I started my schooling at I think 2001 or 2000. So that's where I started my primary school. I went to Galaxy Academy, went to Haraka Academy, then went to Good Shepherd Catholic Academy. That's of my primary school. For high school, I went to 2 schools also. I went to Kangwe Boys High School, which I think has been renamed to a new name which I don't recall. Then you have Anesta Boys High School here in Nakuru. Then I went somewhere else where I don't like sharing that story. I like hiding it so much, but we are going to talk about it. And that story is that I joined the University of Nairobi to do nursing. Yeah, in 2012. That's when I joined. It was on 3rd September 2012. I can recall it's on a Monday. That's when I joined to do nursing. We did some 1 or 2 to 3 things up on a pale. Ended up with a paper. But I decided, sasa hii kitu, tunapelekana wapi? So I had to quit and do what I felt was good for me, which I did, journalism and broadcast journalism. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So meaning, before then, the course you did, maybe somebody planted it and wanted you to pursue that.
Yeah, you know, in my family, most of my relatives they work in hospital-related setting. Mm-hmm. And so my dad told me, young man, unajua sasa, you can't go astray with this lineage. You must take this line of hospital something. And I felt, sasa hiki, tutapelekana wapi? So I decided just to quit and just decide to do what I felt was good, because I felt doing journalism will be good for me, telling the stories, working with people who want to their story be told, and I felt very good. That's why I joined St. Paul's University in 2017 to do journalism. Yeah.
That is good. And one thing I've just learned from you is that you're not that easy person to be planted something on, so you have to go your way, which is good.
Yeah.
And let's now talk about what motivates you in your working place and how it started, when the time you started your job,
yeah,
and how it came, then a little bit experience,
yeah,
in that field of journalism and mass communication.
Yeah, I started my job in September 2019. That's when I got, almost 2 weeks ago, that before September, I received a call from St. Paul's, called me for an interview. I went for the interview. Tukapiga kelele kidogo, and we qualified. Which I call ni kupiga kelele hiyo juu it's always you are conversing with the professionals. I got the job, I was posted to Nakuru, and I was replacing a lady called Joanne Onyango, who had taken a leave, that's academic leave, and so that's when the journey started. And what motivates me every morning is to see that I make someone better than the way he or she woke up. When you come to the studio and you don't know how to edit, but you go home with at least 20% editing knowledge. That's what motivates me. So I'm always happy to come the following day and now add some extra information to you. Yeah.
Wow, that is good. And what is that? You know, it's not easy to deal with these young men and girls around. It's either you are tough or you are very specific to what you are telling them to do. Now, how do you deal with these young men and girls around? And also, what is the greatest challenge behind this?
You know, working with the young people, you must be able to understand them, know what they like, know what they don't like, and be able to blend in. That's the first stage. The second stage is now understanding individual person, his strengths, his weaknesses, and work on his weaknesses. Don't work on his strengths. Hizo acha nazo. Hizo amegrow vizuri. So for the weaknesses, that's where you tap in. When you tap on the weaknesses, the person feels privileged because someone has held his or her hand in the weakness and be able to work with him or her in the same journey. So if you cannot work with young people as a group, you must work with them individually. Yes, it's a group, but now narrow them down to each person. It's one of the best way you can deal with them. Yeah.
Good. Thank you for that. And maybe to almost the last questions. What do you do during your leisure time when you are free, totally out of St. Paul's compound?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, so in my leisure time, I just love, there's a game called darts, where we aim at the bullseye. That's what I always target every day. So when I'm not working, I'm just around in the house, I just leave the house, go to town, there's a kabisa tuenda kucheza darts. Sitasema ni wapi, but uko tu vichochoro. We play the darts, and also I'm a fan of playing darts and playing a word game called Scrabble. Yeah, that's what I do in my leisure time. And also I love watching something called Nat Geo World, Natural Geographic, watches all animals, wildlife, documentaries about the world, learning to know people, how they do things, their culture. That's what I love doing. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there is this thing that people don't know about. Stephen Wanjohi.
Yeah.
And you know, there's that one thing.
Yeah.
Most of maybe the people you are with, they don't know about. What is it?
Well, when I was doing nursing, we were doing the clinicals in Kenyatta National Hospital. And so I was able to deliver twins. I did not know who the twins were from. I just came to realize that they were relatives to one of the senior politicians in Kenya, whom I won't mention. You labda naoch, nisichome picha. Yeah, a very senior politician. So, and when we did the delivery, I just did my job and left. So the following morning, I was being told someone is looking for me. I did not know, sikujua mbona. So I went to one of the offices there and I was told, this is the guy who is looking for you. And the guy told me, thank you very much for making me a father for the first time, for delivering my kids. So that's one of the things that you don't know. I always hide, and I felt it was a good thing, although I did not like nursing. That was the only thing that I liked about nursing school. The only thing.
Okay. Now, as we corona, why do you think people call you doctor?
Me.
Yes. Maybe they have never known that once you did nursing, but wherever I hear people who say, you're a doctor, maybe not doctor of watu, but why do you think they call you?
I think it's because I did nursing, and also sina maneno mingi kusaidia watu tu kama kawaida tu everywhere we go. Yeah, I think so, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for turning up, and we'll be looking forward to engage with you maybe in different fields.
Yeah.
As we get time. And to our viewers, thank you for being with us till the show started up to this time. As we are winding up, I would just request you to subscribe on our YouTube channel, that is Jeff the Presenter Media, and bye for now. See you next week.